Now, I personally love building much as the next person, but ever since we got the brand new expansion pack trailer and gameplay trailer, I've been building like a mad person, full on townhouses, duplexes, ready to move in houses for rent, retirement homes, everything. But I did want to say thank you to the EA Creator Network for providing me an early access copy to the Sims 4 for Rent expansion pack. And so today I'm going to be building a ready to move in townhouse for two different Sim families that are ready to move into their humble abode in Tamarang. Now, the versions I currently have of The Sims 4 is base game and the brand new expansion pack, so that means my name will be floating around the screen throughout the entire video, which can get a little bit annoying, so I do apologize in advance for that, but it's just the version that I currently have that EA provided me. So yeah. But I will say though, when I got my hands on it and I installed it the day of, I got so excited because I wanted to see how the whole rentable system actually worked. And so there's a cheat code that you can actually enter into the game where you can have up to 99 units per save file. And that's like literally insane. If you play the 100 baby challenge, you can have your matriarch live in like a general, residential home and then have like a whole building unit of 99 units of all the Sims you want to have a kid with. So it'll make you and your Sim's life a lot easier instead of having to track down every Sim left and right that breathes on the sidewalk. But I love that feature so much because like it makes the whole rentable idea of having a big like 10-story building of like 60 units more exciting because there's more Sims to talk to. The shared spaces will be a lot more livelier, and also it's just kind of cool to have an experience like that. But the way that I was trying to like figure out the whole building system is that I wanted to build something small and easy and simple. So I only did like a one building, but two different units, and also included a shared space on the side. And there's two different styles. There's one unit that only has one bedroom, I think one bedroom and one bathroom. And then the other one has like two bedroom, two bathroom, and there's also like a little shared unit on the side, and there's like a basement for all the electrical stuff for the property owner to do. And if I had laundry day installed, and if I had cats and dogs installed, it would make the whole experience more exciting because with the shared space, you can have your Sims who live in like the whole building utilize things that are in there, like the TV or the washer and dryer, or a little cooler or a refrigerator or a grill, whatever it might be that they can all use together. Kind of having like a whole pool party, get together type of thing, which I thoroughly enjoyed a lot. And I'm going to be streaming live on Twitch today in a couple of hours, showcasing the entire pack, and I get to play my version of the game to you all. So I'm very excited, and I'm doing it this entire weekend. So today, Saturday, Sunday, until the whole pack comes out for everyone on the 7th, which is basically next week. I'm excited, if you cannot tell, because the way that I play The Sims is very different compared to other people. I really do like storytelling a lot, so I use a lot of like random scenarios or random Sims that kind of pop here and there to kind of build the story to make it more full and exciting. But I really enjoyed playing with like a test sim of like there's a new career called handy person, I believe. You're gonna have you can break into houses, you can exterminate ghosts, you can exterminate all the mold in your house. And I know a lot of people, including myself, was a little bit concerned about the whole mold thing. Apparently the way it works, it's not gonna be in the game like in your build automatically. It's more specifically a lot challenge. You have to add on to your lot for the mold to show up. And I kind of like that because I'm like, I don't want mold in my house. I want that thing off completely. So having the fact that it's like a lot challenge makes it a lot more simpler, a lot easier. And I'm very excited about that. And I want to build like another like townhouse per se, like nothing like this, but a different one in a different style, like maybe mid-century modern, or like build like a duplex or something like that. But the gameplay that I've been doing on my own is quite phenomenal. My sim currently right now owns like 7 different lots already. 4 in Willow Creek, 1 in Oasis Springs, and 1 in Tamarang. And I will say the one in Oasis Springs is a lot more livelier and a lot more exciting because it's like a full-blown residential house, but I made it into a residential rental. And so like a family, I think of 3 or 4 live in that house, and it's quite nice. It's simple because I've always wanted in The Sims 4 a way for my Sims to rent houses rather than buying them for sale, because my Sims are broke them brandy broke. It's not even funny. My Sims are flat broke. However, I don't know how to manage money well in The Sims, so I just have my Sims be poor. It's easier to struggle and work for your money, but the way I see it is that you're able to have a way where you're not paying as much simoleons per day or per week or whatever. And having that like rentable space gives you the freedom to do whatever you want for how long as you want and get to move without any like issues, I would say. Because the whole rentable system is like you can rent a house or an apartment or a townhouse or whatever you have in the world that's rentable basically. And like you have your rent and then you have your bills. So the bill system is still the same and the rent system is a new thing. And so you have to pay your bills and then you have to pay your rent. Which I think is like I like the separateness of it. Like you have your power and your water. You don't pay that, you got no power and water. But pay your rent on time and you're gonna be okay. Now, I personally have not had the issue of having any of, well, well, my sim, my test sim, he hasn't, had any issues. He had mold a couple of times. But, I've had a few issues of certain sims causing a scene, picket signs and whatnot, saying unfair things, whatever. It's not my problem. Well, it is, but, they're just complaining because they don't have a shower or a toilet, which is in the shared space area. They all have one. But I may have said a thing or two saying, hey, I've seen about your secrets about you're a trash hoarder or you have like very impulsiveness things going on. Like I learned that your Sims can actually snoop in like your tenants' mailboxes or their dressers or under their bed and like understand all of the tenants' secrets and also your neighbor's secrets too and like understand more about them. Some of them are very juicy and very scandalous and I'm like, hold on. Snooping? Is this Dora the Explorer? Swiper no swiping, swiper no swiping, swiper no swiping. Except we're not stealing, we're like more so like snooping. So, Snoopy from Peanuts, Charlie Brown, Snoopy. But no, I will say though, I will have a whole like review and everything of like, even more gameplay of the whole pack when I have my hands on the full version because I feel like if I played this version, it will be quite hard and very buggy because the version that I currently have has a few bugs here and there. But I will say though, EA is aware of these bugs because we've been reporting them for like weeks now and they'll be fixed hopefully at some point. And then that way the final version will be a lot less iffy, if that makes sense. But the things that you see are subject to change, and I should have said that at the very beginning, but I will say the version that I have is quite nice within itself. I love swimming in the ocean. I love interacting with the townies. And I will say the townies that are already in the world are like not like randomized sims. They're actually good looking sims with good outfits, good hairstyles, good secrets, good backstories. They're very nice. And if I had all the packs, I think the night market would have been a lot more livelier and a lot more exciting to kind of go to because I do like exploring. I do like seeing everything offered to me. I like seeing what is out there, meeting the Sims, buying all the merchandise, going to the sanctuary, and then seeing what that has to offer because giving me that experience allows me to storytell a little bit better or a little bit differently. But I will say the way everything is all set up, it was a lot more seamless to make the shared spaces and the individual units a lot more easier, I guess, because I was able to separate them all. And each and every unit you make has their own individual lot traits and challenges. So it's like not a one all be all, my way or the highway type of thing. It's like you can change each and every unit's lot like traits. One can have the sunny aspect, one can have a homey lot trait, one could have like mold and one could not. Like it's like playing back and forth, teeter-tottering around the playground, and I love that because one household might have a good life, one household might have a bad life. And the way my test sim is currently living, he has mold, and it's not doing so great that I might eventually take it off, but I might leave it for a little conspiracy, a little bit drama to see what could happen. But at this current moment, it's not bad. I also feel like I never really have like a story in mind for like usually these early access builds because I don't have all the packs and I can think creatively, but I can't think about how am I going to make it sound good, And I guess in my mind, when I first like loaded the game, this was the first thing I actually did. Like I usually go through casts and I go through like all the build and buy catalogs, see whatever everything is offered. But if I really want to get my hands dirty and like really see everything, I build immediately and then I do gameplay and then I do like a whole sim creation. That way I have all my little ducks in a row. And I had the most fun doing this, especially like figuring out how I was gonna lay out everything. Cause in my mind, I'm like, okay, these Sims just moved to Tamarong, or they just like, graduated university, looking for a nice little home to stay in, not too much money, and they just wanna like exist and also make friends. And so in my eyes is that these Sims have this rentable space they can stay in. It's not too much, it's not too little, but it's like the right amount of space that they need. And then I did two separate ones, one more on the smaller side, which costs way less money than the average townhouse you see usually in Tamarong. And then the second one on the other side has like more of a bigger space, fit for like a family of 3 or 4 if you can fit that much. But the one that you kind of see on the side is more like a single sim or two sims live in there. It's like a very tiny, tiny home. And I feel like I haven't tested it out where if it's like a tiny home residential, but I won't think that it will work the same. Like if you have tiny living, you can set houses to like a tiny home residential where it's like a tier 1 or a tier 2 or tier 3. It's like one or the other. So I feel like it would be hard to incorporate tiny living like lot type into a rentable residential. But I will say adding in cats and dogs, because I believe SimGuru Ninja posted on Twitter not too long ago about like showcasing like the how much the rent could be, the occupancy, the rules, how long the lease is, and like the rules stated that there is like no dogs or cats allowed, which I think is so cool to incorporate cats and dogs, because I always felt cats and dogs was a thing that was like it was good when it started, but I felt like something was missing in it that needed to be added in. And I still think they need more stuff in cats and dogs, like having a way where we can go to obedience school or we can have like pet competitions or whatever it might be for cats and dogs. I would love that. But I do like the added realism of having where you can bring in your cats and dogs or not bringing your cats and dogs into your rentable space, whether they allowed or not. Because if you have lived in a apartment or a townhouse that did not allow cats or dogs or any type of animal, you would get fined for that. And you can get fined for that as well in this pack. But I haven't tested it out because I don't have the full version and I don't have cats and dogs installed, but I am excited about that feature. But if you are a game player and you are a builder or just a general Sims player in general, and you have this issue of your Sims like washing their dishes, like their full on kitchen dishes in their bathroom, there's a whole new feature in like basically in build and buying gameplay, of course. All the sinks in the game now have an option to set sink type, whether they have like 3 options, all, bathroom, or kitchen. And I individually went into every single like unit that I built so far. Like the kitchen is set as a kitchen sink, bathroom is set as a bathroom sink. None of them are at like all except the downstairs for the shared spaces. So I'm like, yes, this is what I need. This is what we all need in our lives, especially whenever we get laundry day stuff installed. I am literally gonna have a field day. I wish it was the 7th already, because that way I can have my hands at cats and dogs, laundry day stuff, tiny living. Like, there's so many cool things I want to use so badly, but I can't use it until like in 6 days. I'm impatient. I need it now. But I don't know how to like say this, but like the whole pack itself is not that bad. I think there's like the version I have, there's a few bugs here and there that makes it a little bit harder, but I think the world is small. There's not that many lots. There's not a lot of stuff you can do and explore, sadly, because there's a lot of rabbit holes. The sanctuary is a rabbit hole. There's one other building that's also a rabbit hole, but there's also a secret cave in Tamarong, which I think is really cool. And it has like interaction bubbles that we had in the horse ranch pack. It's kind of like that, but it's not a game, if that makes sense. But I do like the idea that you can still explore, you can go swimming in the water, but I wish there was like more stuff you could do in the actual gameplay itself. I haven't had a chance to really delve into the whole like throwing a party or anything and seeing how that works with all of my neighbors involved. I've had like charity drives, I've had, some people protesting about the rent. I've had a few other Sims doing some other wacky things. I found out secrets, I've told secrets, kept secrets. I've fought some tenants. I've done a lot of things in this game in the past like week and a half, and it's been quite an experience to understand how everything works. And the whole like sim toilet is really cool. It's different. Never seen it in real life, but it's a thing that people have in their real homes. And so your Sims can take a pregnancy test on that. And there's also like a new potty squatty for your toddlers, which I think is so cute. And I haven't had a chance to use it yet, but it's like a little pot. And your toddlers can go potty in it, which I think is so cool. Um, I don't know. There's so many thoughts in my mind right now of like thinking, what do I want to say? What do I want to show? What do I want to talk about? Because I'm still like learning to pack myself and I haven't full like understand everything. Like I want to explore all the aspirations. I want to explore the whole job career. I want to explore, being a tenant and also being a landlord a little bit more. But I do like the idea of having these units being ready to move in. I didn't want to like fully furnish everything. I wanted to give at least enough furniture that way your Sims can have something to start with rather than like having nothing, because usually what happens, like you have a ready to move in house, like kitchen and bathrooms already done, and then you just put in your own furniture as you like furnish it with your own money. But in my eyes, the way I see it is like these Sims who live in both units, that they already live here and they're slowly but surely moving their stuff from like a different world to Tamarong, like having a moving truck take their stuff from their old house to their new house, kind of setting up their stuff bit by bit without rushing through it all. And I think that's like the concept that I wanted to use. So one unit only has one bedroom, one bathroom. The other unit has two bedrooms and two bathrooms. The living room's a little bit more bigger for the bigger unit. There's a shared space on the side for like some TV watching, and then maybe it's like some other things. I have a little bit of backyard for like some grilling, some table seating, some marbles, some hopscotch in the front. And I think whenever I get the full version and then with all the packs, I really want to try another build with everything. Like I already have like 4 builds already, 4, 5, 6 builds that need to be residential rentals already, that I am fully invested in the building part. Gameplay, I'm still learning. I never say I love a pack until I go through the entirety of the gameplay and then like I can say my full opinion. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and go into the game and show you all the build in real time to give you more of a real-time tour, slow, easy, and simple, but yeah. Now, the idea for all of this is that I wanted to make sure that it was like a family of 3 or 4 on one side of the unit and then a single sim or a couple living on the other side of the unit. Now, when building this by myself on my own free time, since I had early access and I couldn't stream it yet, I did not know until like midway through is I can actually turn off the unit outline, because as you can see, it's very annoying to look at this all the time. So if you want to turn it off, the way you have to do it is usually pressing O on your keyboard or going up here and clicking the toggle so you can turn it off and not see anything. But it still does work where each and every unit is still their individual unit separately. So now you know, you're welcome. But the way I had it set up is that this unit right here has 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, but the kitchen is kind of filled in semi, because the way I see it is that these Sims lived in a different world and are moving to Tamarong for like a new life or a new job or whatever, or need like a change of like place, space, and environment, but also they cannot afford a lot, that they took the furniture they already had and moved it into their new place slowly but surely. And in my eyes is that there's like 1 child and 1 toddler, or just a toddler and the 2 parents, or the 1 parent living here, because there's a new potty squatty for the toddlers to use, which I'm very excited about. There's a new shower, there's a new toilet, actually 2 new toilets actually, and there's a brand new sink, a brand new mirror, and also a bunch of stains you can put onto the wall to give it more of that grungy, abandoned look, which I'm really excited about that. I mean, Batu has them, For Rent has them, I think City Living has some cracks, Vampires, where like all these cracks, scratches, whatever, I'm here for it because that's what I live for anything abandoned. I'm excited about it. So I'm pumped. But for this bathroom, I only had the generic stuff that you need to use in a bathroom. You get in, you get out, and you leave. But probably kids' bedroom here, parents' bedroom here, or vice versa. I did also add in the aircon units to each and every room to kind of give it more of a functional feel. And I believe that there's a functional one and there's like a non-functional one, I believe. So you're able to like, I think, turn it on and off. I haven't tested it yet in live mode, but I will show it you in this video. But I wanted to give it that very authentic look. So we have very rusted looking air cons, and they all come in different swatches, especially on the outside as well. It changes for the little vent part, which I think is very, very cute. But 2 bedrooms here, and then over here I have the 1 bedroom, 2 bathroom, townhouse apartment unit. And in my eyes, I was like thinking, okay, they could probably take out this whole bathroom here and turn it into an office or whatever. But instead, they wanted 2 bathrooms and 1 bedroom. So I included a bedroom up here, bigger bathroom up here, smaller bathroom down here. They have like a small little kitchenette down here with pretty much nothing in here because they didn't own a lot of things in their previous place. And I feel like I should take this one out because I do have the electrical units downstairs in the basement, which is where the property owner does all the maintenance work, or you hire somebody to fix the electrical outlet or the water heater if it's all like not functional or anything. And as you can see, these are functional water heaters and also electrical fuse box. So if it goes out, call the property owner, they'll fix it. If not, you'll have issues. But I do like this little basement. I wish I made it bigger because that way there's like a basement for like teenagers or a book club or whatever it might be. And all in all, with all that being said, this is the basement. This is the shared space over here where your Sims can come in, do their own little thing. Actually, this is the only shared space besides like this front part where they get their mail. I was gonna put it outside, but I felt like it was more easier to put it on the inside and make it a shared space so they can get their mail. They can go sit over here, collect their thoughts, contemplate life, heat up a little bit in the cold, cold weather, or come in here and watch some TV or sit on the couch. Or if they have any kids, they can also use the toy box or read a book or 2. But yeah, and I also have a little backyard out here too if they wanted to come outside and like sit and grill for a little bit for like a pool party, if they wanted to go outside and swim over here on this little big lot back here, or if they just wanted to have a nice birthday, whatever. They have chairs and tables to commend that. Oh, I also added in the marble game ring in the backyard and also in the front yard with the hopscotch course, but it's a basic one. There's actually a few other ones you can actually choose from. So they have like the basic one, and then they have the more like advanced long one with 11 or 10 and 11 on, where this basic one only has 9, 8, 6, 7, you know, the other numbers. But they do come in a variety of swatches. Some have like 12 on them, some have 11, but they all have like different styles, which I think is so cute. It works so well for like family homes, like on driveways with no cars, but also has like a good way to make it more fun for any Sims that want to come by. And if you have Tool Mod installed, you can put this out on the street in a small little cul-de-sac neighborhood, and then basically have all the kids or adults or whoever play on it as they're in the street, because people do that in real life. So a win-win scenario if you think about it. I don't know. I will say, for me, as much as I feel like a lot of people don't like For Rent, I still like the idea of what it brings me for like my personal gameplay. So I'm excited to kind of dive more into it to see what it has to offer. But I wanted to show you in live mode of the sink types. That's actually a brand new feature that we're getting in the game in base game. And if you did not know this, we had a bug in the game where Sims would wash their kitchen dishes in their bathroom, which I found very unsanitary and very nasty. And so when you go into the game and you click on any sink in your game at all, click on your sink and go to set sink type. And in this little menu right here, you see all, bathroom, or kitchen. And this will have it where your Sims will autonomously wash their dishes in like the kitchen sink or not by hand, whatever it might be. And so I set every single kitchen sink as kitchen, and then every bathroom sink as bathrooms, so that way your Sims can wash their hands in the bathroom, wash the dishes in the kitchen, or vice versa. Overall, I will say it has been quite nice seeing how this whole pack is like unique and different. And so you can turn on the aircon units and they actually animate where the fan actually goes around and spins. But you can also turn it off if you want it to as well. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the video right here. I do hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below, as always, of your thoughts and opinions about the gameplay, the build and buy, the whole pack in general, of what you've seen from other videos or the trailers. But in all, with that being said, I will upload this build when the pack does come out on December 7th, which is basically from a week from today, I believe. But as you all know, more builds to come in the future. But as always, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!